Walls, two intro songs of mine in one. Anyway, sends out a 4-y, which is good for me because this team's got 3 fire pokes, so I really should have gone immediately to Belizard, but I didn't, so that sucks. And he sets up spikes, which is interesting, instead of stealth rock, which I'm very glad for because of those 3 fire pokes, and I'm able to scare it off. And he goes to a Hitmon top, which I imagine, because he sends it in, that he wants to use it as a special wall, since it has decent special defense. But it does about the same thing that it did to 4-y, so... Oh snap, that's just Wi-Fi. So we try that again, and we agreed to use the same moves, and so I laughed. I was like, it's not going to be fair if I get, para-hacks or a crit now that I mentioned it. And so it was just kind of funny that, well, because I mentioned it, that I actually get some. Wouldn't have happened otherwise, but that makes it funny. So I told him we should do a 3rd time, but he decided no. And we'll just go with that, which is, I guess that's fine for me. Doesn't really make a difference anyway, though, since it's on a wall. Okay, looking at that thing's HP, it didn't take as much as last time, which really bugs me, because now I just knew it was going to live with a sliver of health when I went for it again. So I go for it, and it lives with a sliver of health. So, great. I get hit with the stone edge, which doesn't really do much of anything at all, so that was good, because I was afraid of it, but I was like, it probably won't do anything, so... I went with HP Ice simply because I figured it would kill it regardless, and it ends up working out more than perfectly as he brings in a Celebi, so that's cool, and therefore I plan to just HP Ice again, and maybe I'll 6-0 lead off Zapdos sweep. That'd be nice. He goes to a Cerberus. Isn't that my name for that thing? No, that's what I would name it. Do I have a Whatever. So he goes to that, which is a perfect name for it, and I could hit it with a T-Bolt, but meh, I'm just going to paralyze it instead. I don't know if it's Scarfed or anything, so I'll do that. He used, I think, Hidden Power Fighting, but I'm not sure why, so meh, whatever. At least that's my guess. I mean, what else? Flying Bug? I don't know. So whatever. I could do some T-Bolts and Roosts here, or I actually could just Roost up until he gets Parahaxed, but I decide that'll be boring. So I go to one of my many Fire Pokes to resist it, and he switches Stabs, which is a good move on his part. I didn't even think of that. So I decided to set up a sub, just in case something stupid happens, or he gets Parahaxed, and I get lucky, something stupid happened. He nasty plotted. So that allows me to set up a Cross Chop. He also didn't think that I would pack Cross Chop, which, I don't know, maybe that's just me. I thought it was pretty standard for Bliss, but works out nicely. It doesn't finish him off, however. So what do? I was thinking about T-Bolt or Flamethrower, and I was like, well, if 4-y comes in, I'd rather use Flamethrower, but it slipped my mind that I would 2-hit KO anything as death fodder if he brought in one of the things I've already hit. So it sucks, because in comes something that was actually weak to T-Bolt, and I wasn't able to get rid of it like I should have. Once again, my thing's freaking lagging, and after the Aura Sphere, I don't see anything. And... oh, now it pops back. Good, I didn't miss anything. Then comes Bahamut, and I could DD up, I could do whatever the hell I want to do, and I decided to DD up. And here I am thinking, well, he's probably just going to try and set crap up, and I'm going to go to Belizard like I should have on the first turn of the game. But it didn't work out that way, and he exploded. So once again, you fail me, Belizard. Not only that, I wasted DD, too. Oh well. Maybe it wouldn't have lived the EQ, or maybe it would have lived the EQ anyway. It is bulky, after all. I go to Tezande simply because I can, and he brings in a Psychic, so I'm thinking, I could wish and give that back to Zapdos, or I could curse up and hit him with some payback, and he starts Calm Minding. And right now I've been in total control the entire time, and I'm not afraid of anything whatsoever. So he starts Calm Minding, and I figure, I'll just start cursing, and that'll be fun. We'll both set up and see what the hell happens. I'm not afraid of Psychic, obviously, and I'm not afraid of Grass Knot. So I was like, this will be interesting. Let's see how that goes. I'm just going to dick around and do some setup. And so is he, until he stops screwing around, and he baton passes out, and that's really not good. He goes to a Militic, which tells me that it's probably got a hefty sum in its special attack, and obviously a hefty sum in its HP and defense, so it's going to be extremely difficult to kill. Zapdos isn't going to touch it with the 3 Calm Minds, or at least I think it's 3, I lost count. And I mean, obviously Bulky Mint's not going to do squat to it. I'm able to live and get one of my paybacks off with like, what, 4 curses? And so a doubled payback with all those curses still is only that, which scares me half to death. So I go with another payback just in case he wants to like Toxic or Aqua Ring or something dumb like that, and he didn't this time, unfortunately. So I go to Ape. I was thinking if I want to go with Zapdos and T-Bolt, but even with all that power, because of the 3 Calm Minds, it's just not going to matter. So I go with Close Combat, as it's the only thing I really have, and thankfully it does take it out. So that's nice. He doesn't know what type of Ape it is, so he brings in a Celebi, and I'm expecting him to do some Calm Mind, and so I switch to this guy, thinking it's the only thing I have to do. And fortunately he switched, not knowing I'm Choice Banded, so that was, oh my god, that was huge. I almost blew it. I almost blew having that huge advantage. I HP Ice, and I bring him down to 1 HP, literally. He told me 1 HP, and I'm so mad about that. I could roost up all day long until I felt like not roosting up anymore, but I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to finish it off and be like, whatever, I don't care. So he brings that Celebi back in, and now I'm still worried about its Calm Minds. I mean, I don't know what else does he have. I didn't remember what else he had during the time, but I was like, if he gets up enough Calm Minds and recovers, I'm not going to be able to do anything. So I did one just for damage, and maybe I'd get a crit, but I wanted to get some damage in there, and I figured he'd Calm Mind up at least once more before he recovered, if he even does recover at all. And then I figured with the CB Flare Blitz, super effective, it's gotta KO. It has to. Even if it was at full HP, I can't see that not working. And so thankfully it did. And he's got what, the Togekiss and then his Hitmon top left or whatever, so I'm able just to Flare Blitz my way to victory and come out of a Nail Biter that I probably shouldn't have after I almost blew it when I had it in the bag, if that makes any sense. So good game on his part, almost coming back, and thanks for watching, guys.